Sawasdee krap. Thank you for joining us for the election special on NBT World Brief, right here on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Nat Nakavisut. Thailand is now voting as the general election and constitutional referendum unfold nationwide, with prominent political leaders already casting their ballots and urging citizens to exercise their rights and help shape the country's future. Several high-profile political figures cast their ballots today as voters across the country took part in the general election and constitutional referendum. Privy Councillor General Prayut Chan-o-cha voted at a polling station in Phayat district of Bangkok. After voting, the former Prime Minister said he was pleased to exercise his right and hoped citizens would turn out in large numbers. He added that the election process should proceed as smoothly and fairly as possible before leaving under tight security. Former Prime Minister Sethar Thavisin cast his ballot early this morning at a polling station in Klong Toei district. He called the day an important moment of equal rights for all citizens and urged voters to fully participate in both constituency and party list voting, as well as the constitutional referendum. He said turnout could reach 80% and noted public expectations for the next government to focus on economic growth. Former Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra voted today in Kan Nayao district of Bangkok, accompanied by her mother and sister. After verifying their names and casting ballots, the family posed briefly for photos with members of the public before leaving without giving media interviews. Meanwhile, Mr. Nattapong Ruangpanyawut, leader and prime ministerial candidate of the People's Party, voted at a polling station in Talinchan district. He expressed confidence that voter turnout would exceed 70%, while encouraging citizens to vote before polls close this evening, saying the future of the country lies in the hands of the people. Mr. Nattapong also confirmed the party has deployed teams nationwide to observe voting and vote counting to protect voters' rights. In Nonthaburi, Mrs. Supati Suthampan voted with family members, emphasizing the importance of every vote in determining the nation's direction and encouraging participation throughout the day. Bangkok Governor Chachart Sittipan arrived at his polling station in Wattana district by bicycle. He said Bangkok is fully prepared with more than 100,000 officials deployed across 6,500 polling stations. His only concern was possible rain, urging voters to come early. He stressed transparency, fairness and neutrality, calling this election a crucial first step in the democratic process. A total of 500 members of parliament will be elected in today's vote, with 350 from constituencies and 150 from party lists. To form the next government, a party must secure at least 251 seats, either on its own or through a coalition. Meanwhile, the referendum will determine whether Thailand should move forward with drafting a new constitution. Polling stations remain open until 5 p.m. today. Among the busiest polling locations in Bangkok this morning was the Kiek Kai area in Dusit district, where long lines of soldiers formed soon after polls opened. The polling station is located at the Bangkok government complex in Kiek Kai, an area surrounded by several military units. Under election law, conscripted soldiers and active duty personnel must transfer their household registration to their assigned military units, making this site a key voting location. By 7:30 a.m., voters continued to arrive steadily, adding to the busy scene. Polling areas were clearly divided between voting for members of parliament and casting ballots in the constitutional referendum. Voters who completed parliamentary voting could proceed directly to the referendum without leaving the booth. Those who had already voted in advance for parliamentary seats were directed to a separate line for the referendum. Election officials were on hand throughout the morning to guide voters and ensure an orderly process. More than 6,000 eligible voters are registered across the 8 polling stations here, the majority of them soldiers and their families from nearby units. To ensure a smooth election, the Royal Thai Police have mobilized hundreds of thousands of officers to secure polling stations across the country. Police Captain Chanin Noilek, Deputy Secretary General of the Election Commission, together with the acting Sub-Lieutenant Pasakon Siri Pakayapon, held a press briefing on measures to prevent and suppress election fraud during the general election and constitutional referendum. Election officials said they have coordinated closely with the Royal Thai Police, deploying rapid response teams, inspectors and volunteers, as well as setting up checkpoints to prevent violations of election law and other illegal activities. Authorities confirm recent arrests in Chiang Rai, where investigators seized lists of more than 100 names linked to suspected vote buying, along with over 60,000 baht in cash. A similar case is under investigation in Surat Thani, with additional suspicious activities reported in several other provinces.
ได้ประสานให้เจ้าหน้าที่ตำรวจนะครับกรณีระดมกวาดล้างผู้มีอิทธิพลอาวุธปืนอาวุธสงครามนะครับกรณีที่มีเหตุเกี่ยวข้องกับการกระทำผิดกฎหมายเลือกตั้งก็ให้ประสานกับผู้อำนวยการการเลือกตั้งประจำจังหวัดได้ลงประสานในการปฏิบัติด้วยอย่างใกล้ชิดนะครับนอกจากนั้นยังเชิญผู้ที่มีข้อมูลต่างๆเกี่ยวกับการซื้อสิทธิ์ขายเสียงมาให้ถ้อยคำแล้วก็มาให้ข้อมูลนะครับแล้วก็ดำเนินการทุกเรื่องนะครับไม่มีการปล่อยทิ้ง
Meanwhile, the Royal Thai Police have mobilized more than 126,000 officers to secure nearly 100,000 polling stations nationwide. Traffic police have also been deployed to help voters travel safely and smoothly. Officials reminded the public that alcohol sales are banned nationwide until 6 p.m. today, while authorities will continue election security operations through February 12th. Outside the country, nearly 4,000 Thai voters in 10 U.S. states have taken part in the election, with ballots from the New York consular area already delivered to Thailand. The Royal Thai Consulate General in New York reported strong participation in overseas voting for the 2026 general election and constitutional referendum across 10 U.S. states in its jurisdiction. A total of 3,833 Thai nationals registered to vote outside the country. Of those, more than 88% have been sent back to Thailand, with all shipments confirmed as delivered. For the constitutional referendum, the consulate received 2,271 completed ballots out of 2,510 registered voters, representing over 90% participation. The consulate said it focused on making voting accessible for Thais abroad through active outreach, working closely with Thai communities, volunteer consuls, student associations, and related agencies across the region. While ballots for the general election are sent back to home constituencies in Thailand for counting this evening, referendum ballots will be counted on Sunday, February 8th, starting at 1 p.m. local time at the consulate in New York. Thai citizens are welcome to observe the process. The consulate expressed its appreciation to all Thai voters overseas for taking part in shaping the country's future. The Public Relations Department has deployed thousands of personnel nationwide to support Election Day coverage, highlighting a new online dashboard for fast and accurate results. Public Relations Department Director General Sudritai Lertkasem, along with senior officials, confirmed readiness to deliver clear and accurate information on the general election and constitutional referendum currently taking place. She said this election marks the department's highest level of preparedness, with over 5,000 public relations officers stationed nationwide. The team includes provincial PR offices in all 76 provinces, 75 radio stations operating more than 100 frequencies, as well as extensive online platforms. A key highlight this year is the PRD dashboard, designed to provide in-depth and real-time election and referendum data, allowing the public to access fast, accurate, and detailed results across the country.
รอบนี้เรามีเครื่องมือท ที่เรียกว่าแดชบอร์ดของเราจะเป็นมิติใหม่ในโลกดิจิทัลจะเป็นเครื่องมือสำคัญที่จะทะลุทะลวงข้อมูลทุกสิ่งอย่างเป็นเครื่องมือที่คนของกรมประชาสัมพันธ์จะใช้อย่างเต็มประสิทธิภาพผ่านทุกช่องทาง
The public can follow live election and referendum results for every constituency nationwide through the PRD dashboard at election69.prd.go.th. Live results are expected to be reported from 5 p.m. onwards. And that wraps up this edition of NBT World Brief. NBT World will continue bringing you the latest developments from the election across all our social media and online platforms.